Got a message in the inbox. Let's check it out.
Hey Spence, it's your old buddy Wyman here.
Wyman.
I was reaching out to you because I had a cocktail question. I need some spiritual guidance.
That joke sucks.
I have this bottle of Creme de Violette that I bought to make aviations with, and I love to make aviations with it, but as you can see, I haven't really used a whole lot of it in the year or so I've had it. So I was hoping you might be able to hit me to maybe some other recipes that I can try with this, and so that this bottle does not languish in the back of my liquor cabinet. Okay, thanks.
Awesome. That's perfect. I'm really glad that John chose Creme de Violette. It's a perfect example of a liqueur that not a lot of drinks are made with it, and when you make those drinks, not a lot of it is used. So as he said, you can end up with a bottle that just kind of hangs out on your liquor cabinet or your liquor shelf for maybe longer than you want it to. Also, when you're considering which liqueur to buy, maybe it's like a little more expensive than you want to if it only makes one drink, but one of the tenets of this show is to show you how to make several drinks with the same liqueur. Others that kind of fall in this category, Luxardo, absinthe, even like Saint Germain, you buy these and they can kind of, you use just a little bit, because like truffle oil, they kind of can take over the room really quickly, so you don't want to use too much of it. It's not like a base spirit like gin or vodka or whiskey or tequila. So the Creme de Violette, I have the same brand that John has, and it is a French liqueur, obviously, and dates back to roughly the 19th century. By definition, it is a brandy-based liqueur, and it is flavored either naturally or artificially to taste like violet. So it's pretty floral. I'm a big fan of knowing what you're using. Like it's bartending, same as cooking, right? You want to know what you're putting in. So you smell it, and it smells like a flower. And you know, if you smell some liqueurs, you get a blast of like, whoa, flavor. That's not the case here. This is pretty subtle. And I would even recommend like have a little taste. You know, don't go like knocking them back. This isn't spring break. Calm down, people. Tastes like it smells. A little bit sweet, not too subtle flavors. So, as John said, he's making the aviation cocktail, which is a classic cocktail with that, a delicious cocktail, and a fairly popular cocktail. Creme de Violette is a little tricky. So John threw me a bit of a curveball there, which I appreciate. There aren't a ton of drinks that call for Creme de Violette, but there is another classic cocktail which is also delicious, which I'm really happy to make for you because it involves gin, which is my personal favorite. So we're going to make the Blue Moon. We'll need Creme de Violette, gin. I'm choosing Bimini because I heart Bimini. They're local and we love them. I love them not just because they're local, I love it because it's delicious. And we're gonna need fresh lemon juice. Now you can use fresh frozen lemon juice if you want. Natalie's is a brand that makes a fresh frozen, they make lemon, lime, all the major juices. And you can keep that in the freezer, freeze some, whatever you want, but I like to use the fresh juice. So we're gonna go with that. It's just 3 ingredients. So this is not rocket science. You are a few moves away from delicious flavors. So we're gonna start with the gin, or a shaker full of ice, which most cocktails start with this. A shaker full of ice, you're going to do 2 ounces of the Bimini gin. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. And 3/4 of an ounce of the Creme de Violette. See, you don't use a lot. You don't want a lot because you don't want it to absolutely take over the drink. You want it to be balanced. Whoop. And then lemon juice. Now, if you're using the bottled stuff, you could measure it out. You could fresh squeeze it into like a Pyrex and measure it out. I have made 80 billion drinks in my life, so I'm comfortable eyeballing it. And these are medium-sized, medium juicy lemons, so I think it's going to yield just about, yeah, I think once I get the other half in there, that'll be 3/4. Shoop. And I apparently provide my own sound effects for everything, so that's great, because I'm 5. Stir until cold. A lot of people like to shake their drinks. I think they just want attention. Stirring's the way to go. Actually gets the drinks colder more quickly without breaking the ice up as well and watering down the drink. Fun fact, once cold, we are going to strain into a coupe glass. If you don't have a coupe glass, a martini glass works just fine. You don't have a martini glass, a rocks glass will do. You don't have a rocks glass, a solo cup will do. You don't have a solo cup, just cup your hands together and pour it in there and just fire it in your mouth. It's fine. Don't have to be too precious with it. Ooh. And the color, this is one of the ways that the Creme de Violette really pays for itself, is in the presentation. It's unusual to have a drink of this color that doesn't taste like some sort of party shot, if you know what I mean. Has a nice blue, purpley color, and some recipes call for like a Luxardo cherry. That works. I prefer to double down on the lemon aspect of it and just cut up paring knife, lemon, swath. Then you squeeze it to express the oils, and then rim the glass. So you couldn't see it, but you can see like the oils jet out. You know when you see a bartender squeeze it and they light it and it's flame, everyone goes, ooh, you know, and then they charge you $95. Yeah, that's all it is. It's just the oils from the lemon. It's not magic. And there it is. It's time for a sip. What do you say? What I like about this drink, obviously the gin is strong and sharp. It pokes through. The Creme de Violette rounds it out a little bit with some sweetness, not too much sweetness. I'm not personally a fan of very sweet drinks. No shame to folks who do like that. And then the acidity from the lemon just really balances it all out. You can taste the violet, you can taste the floral liqueur in there. It's not too heavy, it's not too subtle. It makes a beautiful tasting and beautiful looking drink. This is the Blue Moon. This has been Happy Hour, brought to you by Maine Spirits. You can learn more about this drink and many other drinks by visiting mainspirits.com. Download their app for your smartphone or visit them on Instagram at main_spirits. And as always, we encourage you to drink deliciously and responsibly.